to you is, Sharad Pawar, both on the Adani issue and on the PM's degree qualifications, has said these are not real issues. These are not the issues that the opposition should focus upon. What message is Sharad Pawar sending? That he doesn't agree with the rest of the opposition? That he believes these are not genuine issues?
Well, good evening, Rajiv ji, all panelists and all viewers. Let me tell you that here, whatever allegations are made in a public domain, they have to be backed by some kind of a proof. As far as the JPC was concerned, some people already went to the court. I don't know to name which party went to the court, and the court has already announced an expert committee to see whether the Hindenburg report has made an allegation of financial market capitalization mismanagement or accounting fraud. So now there is a Supreme Court expert committee monitoring the entire thing, and this is what exactly Mr. Pawar said, that let us wait, let us see what is going to happen. Let's not jump to conclusion. Hindenburg is a short seller who makes money by selling off the futures of any particular stock and making money out of it. So this has also impacted our economy. Second issue, as far as the Prime Minister's degree is concerned, like Supriya ji said, does not matter who is educated, who is married, who is unmarried. It absolutely doesn't matter as far as the representation of People's Act is concerned. But yes, in the state of Maharashtra, there are more relevant issues because every state has some kind of issues which are very emotionally attached to the people. In Maharashtra, whether it's employment, whether it's a rising prices rising, and so many other things are there. The farmer agrarian crisis. So Pawar Sahib simply said that these are the issues which directly affect every student. Unemployment affects.
So you're saying Mr. Pawar wants to focus on what you're calling relevant issues. Now Supriya Sena respond. Here you're hearing from Mahesh Tapse. He's saying, look, one of your main allies is saying, let's wait. Let's back our allegations with harder evidence. If we have evidence, go before that Supreme Court committee, put that evidence before them, is the suggestion that Mr. Pawar made. Your response now, because otherwise...
Rajiv ji, I just want to add one more thing. Mr. Yes. Pawar clearly said that in 56 years of his parliamentary life, he has seen many ups and downs. And whatever we want to make it or give it to the people, whatever perception that you want to create, just don't create a perception, bring it into reality. He never said that Adani is doing everything right and he should be spared from everything. If Adani has done something wrong, then the law will take its own course.
You make the point. Let Supriya Sena respond to that. Supriya Sena, do you feel that maybe this campaign, whether it's Adani or whether it's AAP's degree campaign, will have to have more clinching evidence? We are in an age where you're going to have to do that. The 20,000 crores, which today the Adani group is saying does not come through shell companies. That's what they've done in a refutation to the FT report. How are you going to respond to that?
There are two things that I would like to tell the learned panelist and my friend from the NCP. Don't be misled by what the BJP peddles. The Supreme Court committee has been formed to review the regulatory framework. It is not looking into the allegations that have been raised against the Adani group, allegations of a web of shell companies or stock manipulation or overvaluation or money swindling and anything like that, or Benami money coming in. Point number one. Point number two, who cares about Hindenburg? I give two hoots about what Hindenburg is saying. There is an ongoing probe by the Department of Revenue Intelligence against Adani. If there are serious allegations against Adani, why can the DRAI probe not be expanded? SEBI, according to Finance Minister Ms. Sitharaman herself, has been probing alleged SEBI regulations violation by Mr. Adani since July of 2021. 2 साल होने को आ गए, उस पर क्या हो रहा है? That's a question that we are raising. What are our institutions that are asked and mandated to probe doing? What is ED doing? There is an allegation of money laundering. There is an allegation of a web of shell companies. Why is ED not acting? Where is the CBI? Where is IRDA? What is SEBI doing? What is the SFIO doing? What is RBI doing about banks' exposure other than knowing what the exposure of the bank says? What is IRDA as a regulator doing? Why has LIC's investment turned negative? I think these are valid questions that should be raised on Adani. As far as, saying allegations and proof and all of that, there is an elected government of the day. The elected of the government of the day and institutions are being told by a united opposition that these are serious allegations. You are telling me that the elected government of the day just wants to look the other way and be brazen, and we should give in proof. We should do the probe. We should also execute. What are you then in government for? Junjuna bajayenge aap 9 saal se jo kar rahe hain wo karte rahiye.
Now Rajdeep,
And
if I
this
may
is a completely blasphemous and stupid, erroneous argument that is being made.
Rajdeep,
One
if I
second,
may
that our
comment.
state governments should act. There are central agencies that are
Rajdeep,
meant to
be
probe.
patient.
Why are they not launching a probe on Adani? JPC बैठा दीजिए, दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी हो जाएगा. वो करने की हैसियत नहीं है, क्योंकि सच को छुपाना है, अडानी को बचाना है. असलियत सारी ये है.
Okay. Now you respond to that.
First
the
of all,
general belief is the government has decided whether it's Adani or the PM's degree issue, we are going to brazen it out. Because public memory is short, and so long as we control the institutions according to Supriya Shrinet, nothing can happen. We will ensure कि ना degree का सच निकलेगा, ना Adani का सच निकलेगा is their allegation.
Rajdeep, fortunately, my memory is absolutely not short, and I'll quote you the statement of 2nd of February by a person who has some stature little more than the spokesperson sitting here, Mr. Khadge, who said either Supreme Court monitored probe or JPC, one of the two should take place. I'm sure that he and Mr. Pawar both understand the dimensions of a Supreme Court probe more than anybody sitting here, including the senior anchor of this show. And when the Supreme Court probe is taking place, when Sharad Pawar ji says let the Supreme Court probe play out, what is the stand of the Congress party? That anybody who now does not accede to our JPC demand is a lalchi and a kayar. But madam, the opposition state should order a probe is not the demand of the BJP, it is the demand of another ally, or at least your friend for now, friends with benefits right now, the TMC. So don't blame us. They have said, if you have nothing to hide and if you are not bachana hai Adani ko, then why aren't you just ordering a probe? What runs allows you to not order a probe in a state government given project? In fact, you are telling
So
me...
you're saying,
Rajdeep,
Rajasthan government should
what is
cancel
this you
the
gave
project? No, 1 minute. You're saying Rajasthan government should cancel the project? You are challenging them to get the Rajasthan government to cancel the Adani project and order an inquiry.
Let me articulate this. I challenge her. Far from cancelling it, she does not even have the courage, her chief ministers don't have the courage to even order a probe, because nothing prevents them. Under the law, under the constitution, nothing prevents them, prohibits them from ordering a probe. There can be a 10 JPC probe and also this probe, but there's nothing stops them. Point number one. Point number two. Please, Rajdeep, let me complete. Now, secondly, I want to ask her a question that she said this has nothing to do with Hindenburg. Hindenburg can go for 2 hoots. That's what she said. Before the Hindenburg report, when were they talking about this entire issue at all in this kind of strident fashion and were demanding JPC? And tell me one precedent, Rajdeep, where JPC is formed based on a unsolicited and unverifiable foreign report which the Congress spokesperson has now thrashed. What is the basis for a JPC? Today, Supreme Court probe, how did it start? When Jaya Thakur, their party leader, went to court and said, we want a probe in this, Supreme Court said, okay, let's have a probe. But is there a precedent for JPC to be done on a report which Congress spokesperson thrashes, NCP spokesperson thrashes, on the basis of no report?
Okay,
there should be probe. And as far as
no,
one last point.
Direct.
On the banks, because they keep cribbing about banks and LIC.
Rajdeep,
SBI in 2030. Please, madam, don't scream, shout. Don't scream and shout. Please, ma'am. Let's not. You just said let's have a civil debate. There's no point to raise voice. SBI in 2013, last quarter, recorded record loss. Today it has recorded record profit of 14,000 crores. That is the difference between, they may call us uneducated, they may call us chor hai hamari jati, they may call us chai wala, tu chai bech, chai ka theka laga denge, but we have taken this country from 10th position to 5th position. That is the strength of our degree.
Supriya Shrinet, direct question. No, direct question. Just as the Aam Aadmi Party at some stage will have to give us more possibly on the degree, I ask you a direct question. Why doesn't the Rajasthan government or the Chhattisgarh government cancel projects of Adani if you believe Mr. Adani is a chore? These are the words